1,220 erupt.
All right, fans, get on your feet and welcome tonight's guests, the Columbus Crew, and your Dayton Lions! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dodge Stadium for tonight's match between the Columbus Crew and your Dayton Lions. Your starting lineup first for the visiting Columbus Crew, coached by Greg Berhalter. In goal, number 28, Matt Langston. The defender, number 2, Tyson Wall. The defender, number 16, Eric Garrett. The defender, number 21, Chad Barson. The defender, number 22, Ben Sweat. The midfielder, number 20, Will Pratt. Midfielder, number 11, Daniel Paladini. Midfielder, number 13, Ethan Finley. Midfielder, number 17, Ben Speed. Forward, number 8, Dominic O'Donnell. And forward, number 9, Justin Merrim. And now, for your Dayton Lions, in goal, number 30, Matt Williams. The defender, number 6, Sebastian Terry. The defender, number 8, Joe Delay. Defender, number 16, Brock Granger. Defender, number 2, Shane Smith. Midfielder, number 7, Ika Kudzite. Midfielder, number 9, David Clemens. Forward, number 5, Eli Garner. Forward, number 4, Matt Walker. And forward, number 25, Aaron Schoenfeld. Tonight's officials for tonight's match are referee Andrew Cassill, assistant ref 1 Corey Richardson, assistant ref number 2 Brandon Artis, and fourth official Maggie Short. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps and join us in honoring our country and those who serve it with the singing of our national anthem by Fairmont High School student and outstanding vocalist of the 2013 International Championship High School Acapella Tournament, Alex Wonder.
Oh, say can't see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose soft stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ready laid, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to USL Pro Soccer on a Tuesday evening from Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium in Dayton, Ohio. We have exhibition play tonight between the homestanding Dayton Dutch Lions and the MLS Parent Club Columbus Crew. Doug Palamacki along with Andy Brewer, and we are just about set for action here. A game that probably both teams need to try and right the path. The ship has been kind of spinning out of control for both teams, so they need to get back on a winning note. And before we get started, Andy, if you want to run down starting lineups, and then we'll get into all the features that come along with a game like this.
Thanks, Doug, and good evening to everybody. Starting off with the Columbus Crew, who are lined up with a 4-4-2 formation. Number 28, Matt Lampson in goal. Defenders, number 2, Tyson Wall. Number 16, Eric Gehrig. number 21, Chad Barson, and number 22, who was in an orange uniform himself just 10 days ago, Ben Sweat, who's been called up to the crew. Midfield, number 20, Will Trapp, number 11, Dan Palladini, number 13, Ethan Finley, who scored a goal on the weekend at Portland, number 17, Ben Spays. Up front, number 8, Dominic Aduro, with that familiar hairstyle of his, and number 9, Justin Merrim, coached by Gene Berhalter. The Lions, typical 4-3-3 for them. Matt Williams in goal. Sebastian Thierry, Joel Delas, the captain. Brock Granger and Shane Smith line up in defense. Midfield, Shin Harada, who got the red card last time out. Ika Kutsitse, David Clements.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and I couldn't even get the lineup out before that one went in.
Own goal. Own goal there. Ben Sweat with the cross. And unfortunately, I think that might have been Joel Delas. We'll check on the
watch this in the replay here. I was trying to read the script.
As Ben Sweat with the cross. And an unfortunate break there. I believe that's Joel Delas who knocks it into his own net. And first minute of play, Columbus Crew are on the board. They lead 1-0. As you were, Andy.
In the final lineup here, in the front line, we have number 5, Eli Gardner, number 4, Matt Walker, and number 25, Aaron Schoenfeld for the Lions. Talked to Coach Sid before the game. There's unlimited substitutions, and looking at the bench, we could have as many as 13 on either side coming in.
Sounds like a great job for you to track tonight, Andy.
Thank you.
As we catch our breath here, everybody's still getting settled in here. Columbus up 1-0. First minute own goal. A challenge in the midfield. Dayton will come away with it. Schoenfeld, nice pass to Harada. Harada gives it back, but it's broken up by Columbus, and the Crew will head the other way.
Matt Finley on the ball.
Play now on the right side as Dayton gets numbers back. Now in the midfield, Will Trapp on the ball. Local product. Crew very happy to have Will as a part of the lineup. Big switch of fields, and that's going to be just a little bit too tall for Ben Sweat there, and you got to knock that one pretty high to get it over Ben's head.
In the first minute, Columbus goal.
Sebastian Terrier with the throw-in for Dayton. Schoenfeld with a flick. Nice matchup there with Tyson Wall. Sweat will knock it back to goalkeeper Matt Lampson, who will get the start tonight. Hasn't seen any action, I believe, in regular season MLS games, but Matt will answer the call tonight. Challenge in the midfield. Dayton will now head the other way. Clemens has it taken away. Columbus now with possession. It's knocked away. Eli Garner will have it left side. Crew outnumbering Eli 3-1 on that side. And Eli with the foul from behind. First one of the evening. Crew kick from midfield. And Andy, as we get going today, what kind of tough to label keys of the game as far as, I mean, it's an exhibition game. What things might you look for? First, starting off with the Columbus Crew.
Well, I know the recent announcements for the World Cup call-ups. Shot coming in there, and a second goal there. Number 13, is that Finley scoring there on the rebound?
Yes. Ethan Finley collects the rebound. Matt Williams did well to make the initial save. Finley there to clean it up quickly. And 4 minutes in, Crew is up 2-0.
I was about to say, with the World Cup call-ups, I know the Crew are looking at trying to replace a couple of defenders in their lineup, and that's one of the reasons Ben Sweat got a call up from the Lions to help out. And I've also heard that Kevon George will be playing later on in the game. Another player has been playing with the Lions this season. So I think the Crew looking defensive to make sure that they're good to go during the World Cup period. The Lions, on the other hand, they're going through a bad patch right now. I think they're going to try a lot of different things. They've got 2 players listed on the lineup here that are going to be trialists. So we should see them. One defender, Osman Mendez, should be in second half. And then there's number 19, Rafael Basso. We should see for about 15 minutes, I was told, at the end of the game. But it's also a chance for all the players to get some time out there. I know number 9 for the Lions, Dave Clements, hasn't had a game yet, and he'll be trying to get some time out there on the field.
Dutch Lions with the throw. We're 5 minutes in here, and Terrier will toss it to the corner. Kutsidze does well. He's kind of trapped in the corner there. He will win the corner kick, knocks it off of Paldini, and the Dutch Lions will have their first offensive threat of the evening. Kutsidze will take this. Look for Schoenfeld as a target. Ball comes in low, bouncing in the area. Ball knocked back out to the right side. Kutsidze will tee that one up again. Dangerous ball. First crew touches it. Schoenfeld gets on the end of that. His header goes just wide. Lamson not forced to make a save as we take a look at the replay there. And we are back in. Columbus with the short goal kick. Crew will knock it around in the back. Tyson Wall and Ben Sweat have been effective so far on this left side for Columbus. Paul Dini now will switch fields. Big switch. Looking far side. And Finley with a run. DeLass is there. He gets a touch on it. And Matt Williams trying to save that. Assistant referee sees that it goes over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Crew, their first of the evening.
And this will do the Crew's confidence a world of good. A quick start, 2 early goals.
And just on that midfield counterattack there, you see that maybe what it takes to get to that extra level, the quickness with which Columbus can counter.
Absolutely.
Orduro set up inside the 6. Wall makes a run in. Sweat tries to get on the end of that. It's headed wide. Finley will serve it back across far post. Schoenfeld the only one there. Nobody telling what to do with that ball, so safely he plays that over the end line. It'll be another corner kick for the Crew.
Schoenfeld, of course, want to make an impression on his coach here for the Crew.
Schoenfeld's been on a scoring tear as of late. He's been the bulk of the offensive production for the Dutch Lions as of late. Had 2 out of the 3 goals in Dayton's loss over the weekend to Harrisburg City. And he was also had the assist on the 3rd goal. So Aaron Schoenfeld definitely in top form and would like nothing better, I assume, than to show Greg Berhalter that perhaps he needs another shot back up with a big club.
Quick pass by Finley there, just went out of bounds.
Nobody making that run. It'll be a goal kick for Columbus. Fans, USLProSoccer.com has scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Eighth minute of play here at Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium, and if you joined us late, you've missed a couple of goals already. Columbus in the 1st and 4th minutes with a couple of goals as the Dutch Lions trying to get their feet underneath them. Shin Harada with the ball in the midfield. Outlet down that left side. Schoenfeld unable to keep that in. Throw in Columbus. Long throw, Dominic Orduro on the receiving end of that will drop it back as Columbus moves numbers forward. Long cross, Justin Merrim trying to get on the end of it. Turriere again with, and you see Dayton forced early to concede corner kicks. And I believe that's Paldini coming over to take the corner kick for Columbus. Swerves that ball in. Matt Williams is there to punch it out.
The only player outside the 18 is Eli Garner.
Finley will shield that one out. Be a throw in for Columbus. Take a look at that on the replay as that ball swerved in. And again, yeah, the Dutch Lions very compact. Everybody back in the penalty area to defend that set piece. Tyson Wall now on it at midfield. A little bit of time, a little bit of space. He'll drop it all the way back to Lamson. Lamson will play it back to Will Trapp. Trapp you see mainly in the midfield for Columbus during the MLS season. Kind of playing a retreated role so far in the early going tonight. Wall on the left side, pressured by Schoenfeld. Walker with the double team. They split that. Ben Sweat now, and he will be, it's a challenge. The referee is not going to blow the whistle. And there's a challenge, and that's a little bit of payback there. Justin Merrim in with a hard tackle. Matt Walker bounces right back up.
Yeah, I think the ref missed the first call there. I think it should have been a Crew foul right before that.
I think that's what Merrim thought, too. Referee tonight, by the way, is Andre Castell. Assistant referee on the bench side is Corey Richardson. Assistant referee on the far side is Brandon Artis. And tonight's 4th official is Maggie Short.
information, go to DaytonDutchLionsFC.com.
10 minutes in here, Dayton finding itself on the short end of an early 2-0 deficit. Columbus with a lot of the possession here early on. Ben Sweat finds Oduro. Oduro now in the center of the park. Finley will switch it all the way to the right side. Columbus not bashful about pushing numbers forward.
It's interesting. They're playing the ball out wide, too. They're stretching the field out. They're using the whole of the field. The Lions tend to be a little bit more compact.
Sweat is unmarked there at the edge of the 18. Plays a dangerous ball through. Dayton now on the counterattack. We'll see what they can do with this as Walker has some time and space on the right side. Will Trapp comes back to stop him temporarily. Clemens now in the middle of the field. We'll find Schoenfeld left side. Schoenfeld looking to go around his defender. Goes to the end line. It is blocked. It'll be a corner kick as Chad Barson gets in the way of the cross from Schoenfeld. Dayton, I think, probably with about their third corner kick already here in the first 11 minutes.
Yeah, I thought Matty Walker was going to play a quicker ball through. Schoenfeld and Garner are both looking for that through ball, but he checked back, and then Crew very quick to get back.
Yeah, Will Trapp, good job there tracking back, and I think he got to Walker a little bit quicker than Matt thought. Dangerous corner. Schoenfeld was there, just caught him wrong-footed, I believe, and Aaron chases it down, saves it before it can go out. Dutch Lions still with the ball on the attack. Schoenfeld gets into the 18, cuts around another defender, but 3, 4, 5 defenders standing in the way, and now Columbus on the counterattack. Referee's going to allow that to go. Play on, says Andre Castell. Merrim with the ball. Oduro making the run. He would have been offside. And Merrim careless a little bit there in front of the Dayton bench allows that to go out of play.
I think his eye was drawn to Oduro. Had made the run, but he was clearly offside, so he did the right thing, tried to pull back, and ran out of field.
It's kind of hard to see Oduro making the run, see the ball, and we got a big battle there between Tyson Wall and Aaron Schoenfeld. That could have gone either way. Flip a coin there. Assistant referee says that's a foul on the attacker. Columbus will take the free kick.
Interesting. There's a lot of shirt gone off Schoenfeld's chest right there.
Another switch of fields, and Merrim is in trying to get behind Terrier. Sebastian with the recovery. Nice slotted ball there from Merrim. Another good pass. Williams with the initial save. Merrim there. It's saved again. Walker has it for Dayton. Dayton with many numbers back. Schoenfeld, the target at midfield, drops it for Harada. Harada will switch it to Shane Smith. He'll make a run up that left side. Nice ball. Garner in the 18 tries to go around Gehrig. Decent cross. Tyson Wall there to knock it away. Will Trapp looking for options for Columbus. And it'll be knocked out of play. Barson sends that over the end line. Shane Smith with a throw for Dayton.
Yeah, I'm not too impressed with Williams' handling tonight. A couple of balls, he just bounced out right there in the 6-yard box, and we paid the price at least once.
Smith, a decent ball. Schoenfeld trying to get on to the end of it. And it looks like Schoenfeld and Tyson Wall look like they're going to be engaged in a battle for as long as both of them are out there tonight. It seems like every time ball targeted for Schoenfeld, Tyson Wall not too far away.
Curious to know how often they've done that in practice over the year or two.
Switch of fields. Columbus again with some time and space. Merrim will turn and try and go. Walker on the tackle. Good battle there in the midfield. Matt wins it. Now Kutsidze will switch it. Looking for Garner on the left side. He's got Gehrig trailing him. Ball knocked away. Clemens will take it. Ball poked away there by Will Trapp. Nice cross by Garner, far post, and Schoenfeld is offside.
Shame, good idea, nice move. Clemens taking up some good positions on the edge of the box. They haven't found him with any of their passes or crosses yet, but he's been on the edge of the box open a few times now.
Fans, visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. You'll find all kinds of updates league related there. 15th minute of play here in Dayton, and the visiting Columbus Crew showing their power in the early going. Harada will possess for Dayton. Dayton will knock it around the back four looking for an opening. Joel DeLass playing a two-man game there with Harada. Garner will now come back and receive. Not really any time to turn and go forward. Tries to find Matt Walker, and it'll run out of play just in front of the Columbus bench.
Lions content to sit back at the halfway line, wait for Columbus to come to them.
In the midfield, Paldini now will drop it back. Barson will look to go left with it. Drop it to Tyson Wall. And Wall will send it all the way back to Lamson.
Ben Sweat sitting up here on the front line, almost offside here, the left back.
And that change of field, here it comes again, has been open all night so far, the first 15 minutes. Turrier recovers enough to knock it out of play. Throw in Columbus. Wall will swing it to Gehrig. And Gehrig will go right side this time. Long ball. Handled nicely there. I believe that's, nope, that's Finley now on the ball.
I think it's Barson.
Yeah, it would have been Barson moving up from his defensive position to make that run.
He and Sweat both pushed way up.
Throw intended for Orduro. Clemens knocks it out. Another throw in for Columbus.
I think the Lions are bringing it on themselves, though. They sit so far back, and they're bunched a little bit, and so the two outside defenders are getting up the field.
There's a ball far post, and that's the third time tonight now that Columbus really not being contested on that back line when that ball gets switched, and they've knocked it out for corner kicks for the Crew. The Crew will take that all night long. Merrim will take the short corner. Paldini comes over. They will serve it. Trapp will step forward to retain possession for Columbus. Merrim with a nice switch far side. Finley on that. Gehrig now. He will try one.
Ooh,
not
nice
a bad
shot.
effort from about 35 yards out. Williams handles that nicely for Dayton.
Order Papa John's online at papajohns.com and get 30% off your entire menu price order.
Williams looking for options now as he's got the ball at his feet. He'll send it just the other side of midfield. Schoenfeld comes back, may have gotten away with a little bit of a nudge. Will send it long to a running Garner. Garner possesses, but he's double teamed now on the right side. Tries the cross, it's deflected. Columbus will retain possession. Wall will look forward for Columbus. Will send it up the left side. Turrier there for Dayton. Harada now tries to get on the end of that. And Harada gets it back and will drop it for Dayton. Joel DeLass will look for options. Smith making that run down the left side. DeLass not looking that way.
Notice the Crew harrying the Lions every time they get the ball. Doesn't matter where it is. They're attacking the player on the ball.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely coming quickly from Columbus. It's a long ball, but nobody making that run for Dayton. Kutsidze trying to get things started for the Dutch Lions.
And here's that contrast again. The Lions just letting the Crew move forward at their own pace.
And again, here on that left side, Ben Sweat, nobody within 20 yards of him. Turrier will shade over that way a little closer as Columbus swings the ball to this side. Now the ball back in the middle of the park.
I think the Crew not used to having Sweat in that position because he's been wide open. They haven't looked to him too often.
Dayton now with the steal, trying to counter. And again, just no time for Dayton. You've got to almost anticipate where you're going as soon as you get that ball, where that first pass is going to go, because the defensive pressure is coming automatically.
That's right. Force them to play the quick passes, and if their teammate's not aware or not awake enough, they're just not getting there.
Will Trapp with the giveaway. Garner to Kutsidze. Now Clemens will have it in the middle of the field. He looks for Garner. That's a good ball. Garner gets on the end of it. Brought it down nicely, just couldn't get enough on the shot.
All right, fans, everyone's favorite Lion is on the prowl down the track.
Here we go. Ben Sweat wide open again on this side nearest to us in the commentary booth.
Kind of hate to keep beating a dead horse, but here they go down that left side again. On that run is Ben Spees. He's dispossessed there. Turriere with a nice clearance. Clemens now has Paldini on his back. Will drop to Harada. And again, Dayton, most of the balls Dayton plays when they have possession, they're going backwards. Walker pressured there by Miram. And it's deflected by Miram. Ball did get out of play there. It'll be Dayton throw in right around midfield. 20 minutes in the books. Columbus, by virtue of 2 early goals, one an own goal off the foot of Joel DeLass. The other one, Ethan Finley collecting a rebound, and we are at 2-0 Columbus. Schoenfeld and Tyson Wall matched up. Wall with a good strong tackle there.
I think Wall wants that shirt off Schoenfeld's back.
I don't think you're supposed to trade jerseys until after the game. Turriere not with very many options as he tries to throw this one in. He will eventually go down the line. And again, Schoenfeld and Wall again with a piece of each other's jersey. No harm, no foul.
Nope. As long as it's clean and as long as it's 50-50, I have no problems.
Turriere with a short throw to Walker. But again, Columbus there with a double team. Turriere with a little bit of a rash challenge there. I don't think Miram liked that. Miram comes up a little bit and kind of saying something to the assistant referee.
Granger and Harada there bowling over Oduro. Miram dropped quite a ways back here, number 9.
Will Trapp listed as a midfielder, but definitely anchoring the back line, and it looks like Paldini is kind of taking the midfield spot and doing a lot of the playmaking. Columbus, right side, ball slotted through for Oduro, and Dayton will once again send it over the end line. This time Brock Granger will knock it out, corner kick Columbus.
It's the 5th corner already for Columbus.
At the very least, they're getting a lot of practice on set pieces tonight.
It's interesting to see Will Trapp sitting that far back, like you said. I don't know if that's a plan for the future here, maybe to sit in front of the defense to help them out.
I think the benefit might be there to handle. I mean, that's a nice save. It's going to be Williams did a nice job to punch that over the bar, hit the football goalpost, and it'll be another corner kick. Back to my point about Will Trapp, though, sitting back in the defense like that, kind of a new role there, but you learn a lot of composure there under pressure. You're that last line of defense, and that can only help your play in the midfield when you're going to be forced to get rid of the ball with control, but have an idea that midfield gets pretty clogged up in MLS. Crew with possession just outside the 18. Dayton with defensive numbers there. Shane Smith will try and push something forward. Last touch, yes, by Columbus.
Ben Sweat on the far side.
Yep. Smith on that left side. Seen him make one run up, one of those patented runs up the left side. And Turriere now looking to go to Walker on the right side. Walker is onside. Miram will try and chase him down. Walker into the 18, will get a shot off. Great shot, just nice goes save. Wide left. No touch there by the keeper. It'll be a goal kick for Columbus.
Really? I think he got his hand to that, I think. I'd like to see that one on the replay. It looked like it changed direction.
You asked for it, you've got it. We'll take a look here. Tough to see there. Both referee and assistant referee signaled goal kick simultaneously, but
I'm thinking it clipped the post there because it looked like it changed directions to me. It was interesting, though. Ben Sweat was on the far side of the field, and you had number 9 Miram there trying to defend on this left back position.
Nice switch of fields there. Columbus pushing forward again. Ball into the 18. They keep trying to slot it through to Oduro on those nice short little runs. Oduro in offside position. He can't go after that one. And Will Trapp will knock that free. Fans on Twitter, make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. 25th minute of play here. Dayton still on the short end of a 2-0 score. Columbus with 2 very early goals here. Gehrig now in the back for Columbus. We'll switch it to Tyson Wall. And Wall will assess his options.
Playing keep away with Schoenfeld there. 3 defenders and just Schoenfeld up there trying to challenge.
Trapp with a big switch to Ben Sweat. Turrier with the pressure there. Merrim now. Nice tackle there by Brock Granger. Columbus throw-in. Paldini looking at Merrim, just put it behind him. Schoenfeld, and I don't know that Schoenfeld was going to have an opportunity to get to that ball, but definitely some contact there. Tyson Wall held him up.
The referee thought so. The assistant line judge, I noticed, didn't signal anything, but definite push and a block. You can tell the difference between the two teams here, though. The Crew just a little bit sharper, a little faster. They're playing the pressing game, which I like, forcing the Lions back.
I think it's interesting. You get such a high work rate from Schoenfeld tonight. Is it coincidence that they're playing against the big club tonight? As Schoenfeld goes up, hard challenge there and knocks the defender to the ground.
Yeah, I was expecting to see a little bit from him and maybe Walker too. A little bit of extra effort out there.
On a little bit of a mission tonight, I think.
You would think.
Trapp and Paldini kind of interchangeable there in the back and the midfield as they both are controlling the center of the park for Columbus. Gehrig will switch it now to Tyson Wall, and perhaps Columbus will look to exploit this left side again. Sweat not pushed up as far, but still wide open. It's there if the Crew want it.
It's going to wear out that line on the field.
Orduro now making a run. Orduro very fast, very dangerous up front. Ball now knocked back. Switch of fields there to Ben Sweat. Turrier will come with the pressure. Sweat puts that one in, another ball sent behind Justin Merrim. And the most attacking chances have come as the Dutch Lions have tried to counterattack down this right side here in the first half.
It's interesting. So Merrim signaled to Sweat where he wanted it, and then the ball went behind him.
Schoenfeld drops it for Turrier. Turrier now to Walker right in front of the Crew bench. Tried to get it back from Kutsidze. Columbus there. And we got several players in about a 5-yard radius. So tough going for either team to get something out of that. Crew throw in. Wall will swing it to Gehrig. And Gehrig will try the right side. Nice ball for Orduro. Orduro is just a tad offside on that one.
I think it's more how slow our defenders are than catching him out here when he makes his runs.
Combination of both, we'll say. How about that? Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. There's a giveaway from Columbus. Walker right there. We'll give it to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld. Nice ball to Walker as he gets it back.
Ooh.
And that's almost an own goal the other way as Columbus will knock it just over the bar. Corner kick, Dutch Lions.
Was that Trapp that did that?
I think that was. We'll see on the replay
he
here.
Left the goalkeeper rooted on the spot.
Yeah, I believe that was Will Trapp tracking back. Can't fault the effort there as he tried to break it up, but with
very confident touch over the bar.
I don't know about how confident that was. Nearly devastating results. Corner kick there. Schoenfeld misses. Garner will control. He is stripped there by Merrim. Merrim will counterattack. Here comes Orduro. Orduro and Shane Smith. That's a foot race. Orduro now will switch. It's knocked down there as he was trying to pick out Finley. Kutsidze now will have some time and space for the first time for him tonight. Down the right side. Walker looking for some support. Clemens will push it through. Kutsidze not able to get there in time. And Lampson will scoop it up for Columbus. Will Trapp gives that one away. DeLass will crank that one down back into the Columbus penalty area. And not quite the frenetic pace that both teams experienced over the weekend. As we mentioned, as here comes Garner trying to get around Gehrig. Still has it into the 18, cuts back. seen Eli with that cutback move all season long, just not able to get enough pace on that shot. Dayton with on the short end of a 5-3 road loss at Harrisburg City. Gave up 2 in the last 10 minutes. Columbus, I was able to catch the last 20 minutes of their game in Portland late Saturday night. Crew were up 2-1 at halftime, gave up an equalizer, went up 3-2 right away after the equalizer, and couldn't hold the lead as a 10-man Portland squad was able to come back and collect the point as the teams ended up 3-all. Pretty entertaining match, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, it was entertaining, but the result wasn't what we were hoping for.
Yeah, a little bit of controversy on the final Portland goal. What question as to whether the goal was offside or not. I haven't seen a definitive replay one way or the other. But I also think if Crew fans had been told they were going to make a couple of trips out west and took 3 points at Seattle and 1 point at Portland, if you told them that before the season started, I think they would have taken it.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to transfer the other games into the same sort of points totals.
Nice looking cross there from Ben Spees. Haven't called his name too much tonight, but nobody on the end of it for Columbus. It'll be Dayton throw. Smith throws it into Garner. Garner will knock it back. Referee waves his finger at Clemens, says no foul there. Columbus on the counterattack. They're in. Williams with the save. Smith will knock the rebound out. Dutch Lions will control it in the midfield. Shin Harada with it for Dayton. Drops it for Joel DeLass. He'll switch the field. Sebastian Terrier on it for Dayton. Clemens will find Kutsidze. Kutsidze tucks inside a Trap. Trap kind of pulled the arms back like, hey, I didn't foul him. Referee Andre Castell thinks otherwise.
So far, a pretty clean game. There's some wrestling there between Schoenfeld and Wall, but apart from that, I haven't seen anything too nasty.
And with a potential, I mean, it is a non-league game, not a mid-season exhibition. And the other thing that's probably hanging out there a little bit is the potential that these two teams could see each other in a future round of the U.S. Open Cup.
That would be interesting. Of course, the Lions first have to get past the Indy 11 in Indianapolis. That game's coming up here, I think, on the 28th of May in Indianapolis. And then the winner of that game gets to play at the Crew, the date to be determined.
33rd minute here at Dayton Outpatient Center. We are still 2-0 Columbus. A couple of early goals, and the Crew have not looked back since. Dayton trying to muster some offense here. Terrier trying to find Walker. Columbus is there. Gehrig now controls for the black and gold.
Lions pressing a little bit more now, but not to the extent that the Crew have been all first half.
You see Barson listed as a defender on the roster, but he's done a lot of the running up that right side. And as we mentioned it, Barson again with it on the right side, but Dayton there to steal this time. Kutsidze, Schoenfeld, Harada, nice moves there. Clemens now with it, and he will give it away, but they strung together 4 or 5 passes there. Nice bit of work in the midfield by the Dutch Lions.
The Lions definitely look more effective with a very short passing game as opposed to going long.
Terrier for Dayton. Pressure there from Spees. Dayton forced to drop it all the way back to Matt Williams. Brock Granger will now look forward for the Dutch Lions. Long ball targeted for Schoenfeld. Nice flick. Just past Walker. Be a throw in for Columbus.
The Dayton Dutch Lions going to announce a special thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers. Our team physicians are Dr. Matt Heckler, Dr. John Murphy, Dr. Matt
Tyson Wall will swing it to Will Trapp. And Trapp will bring it up close to midfield before dropping it for Gehrig.
Sweat again on this side, open.
Merrim being grabbed there. Harada called for the foul.
I was talking to Coach Sid the other day. I guess Harada was the player that was going to be pulled off when the substitution was going to be made. And as if you remember, it took a while before the ball actually went out of play, and in that time, Harada got that red card. So
okay.
Sid was a little upset about that, knowing that Harada should have been off the field by then.
So Harada serving his suspension over the weekend against Harrisburg City, so should be available for duty on the weekend. Dutch Lions will play host to Sacramento on Sunday evening, 7 o'clock. We will have the broadcast for you live back here at Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. Columbus has a league match on Saturday, as I believe the Chicago Fire venture to Columbus. 7:30 kickoff Saturday evening, so plenty of professional soccer here in Ohio. As Schoenfeld now through.
Nice.
Gehrig will stumble. Schoenfeld into the area. Maybe could have taken one more touch. Didn't get a whole lot on that, but best opportunity Dayton's had so far.
I thought Walker should have played it through to Eli on the far side originally. Went to Schoenfeld, did a good move to get past the first defender, and then unfortunately had the option of Garner still as he took that shot. That game against the Fire is also Military Appreciation Night, so if there's any military independence, get out there, and I believe the first 10,000 get a free scarf, military patterned scarf.
Nice promotion there for in conjunction with Memorial Day weekend. So taking a look at standings, we mentioned the Crew started off 3-0, and we mentioned in the pregame that both teams had kind of haven't been able to hold their early season form. Columbus started off 3-0. Their record now, as we stand, 3-4-4. So they've kind of come back down to earth a little bit, and hoping home cooking on Saturday night against the Fire will be what the doctor ordered. Chicago, a couple of points behind the Crew in the standings. Actually, Columbus sits on 13. Chicago sits on 12 right now. So,
wow, close.
Never too early to talk about playoff positioning, even though it is a long season. 3 points for both teams would be nice on Saturday. So expect a lot of fireworks in Columbus. We mentioned Dayton, also with a big game coming up Sunday, as they will host Sacramento. Sacramento, one of the new teams in the league this year, done well for themselves so far. They sit on 13 points, currently 4th in the USL Pro.
If I'm not mistaken, they were the team that had beaten the Galaxy. When the Galaxy came here, they only had one loss on the season. That was against Sacramento. Playing or starting for the Crew here in the next few weeks. Those two definitely need to get on the same page with each other.
Yeah. Defensive starters at a premium with Michael Parkhurst and Giancarlo Gonzalez.
Parkhurst called up into the 30-man squad for the U.S. They've got some games coming up against Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Nigeria. And then for the Costa Rican team, you have Waylon Francis, Giancarlo Gonzalez, and then Jairo Arrieta is also on the standby list there. I think they've got a slightly smaller squad picked out.
Be very interesting to see who Jurgen Klinsmann opts to take. He's announced his 30-man roster, and after those final tune-ups, we'll see who actually makes the plane to Brazil. World Cup fever, we're not too far away.
I'm excited. Just got to figure out when those England games are and get some time off work.
There you go. At least with it being played in kind of our time zone, we don't have to get up at 3 in the morning like we did when they were in Japan. And
I was looking at the schedule. A lot of the key European games are at 3 o'clock our time, and I think that's to hit the 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock area back in Europe for TV viewing.
Mr. Castell, a little bit particular there with the spot of the free kick. Williams will get it back into play here. 40th minute here in Dayton. And the road team, the Columbus Crew, currently sitting on a 2-0 lead by virtue of a Dayton own goal in the first minute. And Ethan Finley with a goal in the 4th minute. Bodies flying everywhere there. No foul. Oduro now gets into the area, tries to go around Granger. Granger will stand him up. Ball now dropped back. Columbus with the cross. Turriere, the only one there. He will knot it down. Spees on that right side for Columbus. Drops it back to Will Trapp. Trapp double team there. Gets it back to Spees. Spees is onside. Tries to cut inside of Shane Smith, and Smith does a good job to poke that one away. See on the replay. Again, ball bouncing harmlessly. Kutsidze with the steal, looks to Harada. Harada will switch it to Granger left side. That's over Gehrig's head. Granger will control it at the corner of the 18. Smith with a run into the 18. Granger will cross it far post. Schoenfeld gets the end of it, crosses it back. Baldini, the only one there for Columbus. Nobody there for the Dutch Lions. Justin Merrim now on the left side for Columbus. Long ball forward to Orduro. Orduro controls, drops it back to Merrim. Merrim will make a run at Harada. Now will dish it to the middle of the field. Spies now to Barson on the right side. Barson looking for Finley. Finley in the 18. DeLass there to defend.
Crew content to play the ball back.
Columbus content to knock it around, looking for another opening. Baldini now out to Barson again, right side. Finley pressured there. Harada all over his back. No foul called. That ball again behind the intended receiver there. Dutch Lions throw in. Shane Smith will do the honors for Dayton. The space given to him on that left side. Gets to midfield, drops it back to Joel DeLass. DeLass to Kutsidze right at midfield. Walker, nice one touch out to Turriere. Turriere and Kutsidze trying to find some space. Turriere will swing it all the way back to Joel DeLass. Columbus not really giving much in the midfield. A lot of the Dayton attack has been on counterattacks, long ball over the top. Granger pops one up. Walker won't win too many of those head balls. Ben Sweat there to knock it away.
Crew have done a great job of closing down the Lions every time they get the ball.
Nice flick there down by Schoenfeld. Walker unable to control. Fans, every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. And a few exhibition games, tonight included. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Dayton Dutch Lions YouTube channel today.
Ball
Columbus with more pressure there. Joel DeLass has to knock that one over the end line for yet another corner kick for the Crew. 44th minute of play here at Dayton Outpatient Center.
Maybe me, but it seems like the Lions defense not talking with each other very well. There's a couple of times balls come across that could have been just controlled and played away, and someone went for safety instead. Shouldn't it be the goalkeeper telling them what to do at that point?
Yeah, and that's the confusing part, is that there aren't too many fresh faces out there. These guys have all played together all season, so you would think the communication would not be that much of an issue. Finley one time with the volley. Nice effort there. Walker there to clear it away for Dayton. It's an impressive job from a long corner kick to bring that down with that much accuracy. Watch the replay here. Finley sets it up, tees it up, and boom. Nicely done. Merrim on the ball. Kind of pushes Clemens off. No call there. Gets it to Ben Sweat inside the 18. There's the cross. There's the header. Drop back. Spies will try and finish. It's blocked. Orduro can't control it. Gets to Sweat again. It's going to be off Ben Sweat. It's going to be a goal kick for the Dutch Lions.
There's a company the Miami Valley can count on to shed light on new ways to conserve, to help empower our region, to help take the first steps into the future. Our rebates on new air conditioners and heat pumps, discounts on CFLs, and free refrigerator recycling are just a few ways you can save both money and energy. Tomorrow starts today with DP&L.
Having fun at the supermarket is one thing. Making time to do it is another. That's why Dr. Sears suggests Step 9. Add a whole food-based supplement to the family diet.
There's no substitute for just wholesome, real, whole foods. The fact is, children have erratic eating habits, and we don't live in an ideal world.
That's why Dr. Sears recommends Juice Plus to his patients.
The difference about Juice Plus is from 17 different fruits and vegetables, all conveniently packaged in a little capsule. Many vitamins, many minerals, and many phytonutrients, all those acting together. Even though Juice Plus comes in a capsule and could be perceived as a pill, it really belongs in the skills model because Juice Plus helps the body muster up its own internal medicine. The fruits and vegetables in Juice Plus are natural phytos, those phytonutrients we talk about, the immune boosters. Juice Plus is like an insurance policy to make sure you get the necessary or optimal level of all these immune boosters. I found out about Juice Plus through my wife. I was recovering from colon cancer. And one night after chemotherapy and radiation, I sat down at the table and my wife shows me these 4 little capsules, 2 pink and 2 green. I said, Martha, what are these? And she said, never mind, just take them. So I simply took them. But being a doctor, I said, I got to find out what's in these capsules. So I started studying about Juice Plus. And I looked at the science of Juice Plus, reputable journals showing how much healthier people are after taking Juice Plus. And then I thought, if it helps me, I want my whole family to take it. And then I started using it in our pediatric practice, and I noticed the health differences. One of the things that impressed me about Juice Plus is how well researched it is. Many companies spend a lot on advertising and not very much on basic research. Juice Plus was just the opposite. Little on advertising, a lot on research. As a doctor, that impressed me. And what really impressed me is the effects I've seen in my pediatric practice. I would take children who were sick all the time, who had terrible eating habits, and put them on Juice Plus, and then moms would come in maybe a year later and say, the reason, Dr. Bill, you haven't seen us so often is because my child is so much healthier after taking Juice Plus. Parents would say, you know, Dr. Bill, something surprisingly happened. When my child started taking Juice Plus, my child would eat more fruits and vegetables. I said, wow, that's interesting. So back to the books. Why? I was curious, why would children willingly eat more fruits and vegetables after taking Juice Plus? And I found it's the old concept of metabolic programming. It's like you're giving the child all these fruits and vegetables, and the body says, wow, that's good for me. Give me more.
Western Ohio Graphics is a full-service commercial printing, advertising, and fulfillment company. From concept to delivery, we can provide over 800,000 in printable advertising specialty products and over 100,000 non-printed products. We can also print full-color banners, posters, and large format signage to meet your specific needs. Call Western Ohio Graphics today at 937-335-8769. Your quality printing source for tangible media.
Welcome back to Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. Tuesday night exhibition action between the Dayton Dutch Lions and the Columbus Crew. Columbus leads at halftime 2-0 in a game where Columbus has had most of the offensive possession, and by virtue of 2 early goals, they were able to take a quick 2-0 lead in the first 5 minutes. And
okay, trying to get a handle here on the substitutions.
Please apologize for the hesitation as we try and get a grip on who's in the game and who's out. So
I do see for the Columbus Crew, number 23, Kevon George, Dayton Dutch Lion for the start of the season, called back up to the Crew. He is definitely in the lineup over there. Looking on the Lions side, we saw some new faces out there. We haven't figured out who's out of the lineup apart from Matt Walker. I think we've got number 11, Eric Kissinger, is in there. Looks like Brad Stuver is in goal, number 12. Number 18, Eddie Herzenberg. Number 20, Guillermo Felix. Number 22, Jackson Beckham da Silva.
And Taylor Bolin is also out there.
24, Taylor Bolin out there.
Yep.
And I think I also saw Eric Kissinger. 14, Cruyff is out there.
Referee Andre Castell blows the whistle, and we are underway here in the second half.
So ball back to Stuver in the Dayton goal. Laying out wide here to one of the the trialists, number 15, Osmond Mendez, who played a long ball forward. Crew cuts that out.
And we do have changes Finley for Columbus as well. We'll try and get those to you. One right off the bat.
Hector Jimenez, number 12, is on the field. He just got the ball. I also see number 7, Bernardo Anor, on the field. As the ball goes out for a corner for the Crew. And it's Daniel Palladini who's going to take that corner. See number 29, Adam Bedell in the box. He's a tall guy. Oh, and the ball going out there to Peckham. Tripped by number 7, Bernardo Anor there, tripping Peckham as he was trying to dribble it out of the area.
Welcome to the game, Bernardo. As we are early going here, second minute of play in the second half. And
Peckham limps away from that
Dutch
challenge.
Lion Beckham is also up slowly after that. New keeper for the Dutch Lions, Brad Stuver, in the game. Matt Williams will probably get a well-deserved rest. As he saw a steady diet of Columbus shots and basically offensive possession for the first 45.
I see a player out there that you and I have both commented on before, Cruyff. He excites us when he gets the ball. He brings something that the other Lions don't, a little bit of something different.
Play on, says Andre Castell, and here come the Crew again. Finley with a switch of fields goes far side. Jimenez will track that down.
Ball played back across and headed away there by Eddie.
Referee perhaps asking Matt Lampson what he saw. Hasn't gone to check with his assistant referees yet. He's probably going to trot over and check with Brandon Artis to see if Mr. Artis saw anything. And Beckham is back up, and that actually might be,
I think, a continuation of when he got tripped
on the other side, on the other end of the field.
Yep, there's tears of frustration there, and he's limping. So
Dayton will be forced to make another substitution.
He almost gives that body language of, this is an injury I've had before, and it's not good, and he's frustrated and upset. So number 45 looks like he will be coming in. I believe that is Yannick Smith, even though he showed up as 14 on my list. Yep, Yannick across the back there.
45, we are.
Meanwhile, Peckham still getting treatment on the sidelines here.
Is it ankle or knee that they're checking? I think they're looking at the knee.
Looks knee to me.
That's not a good sign. Columbus with possession. Fifi Biden in the back for Columbus. Dayton now has it back on the right side. Yannick Smith has it dispossessed. Columbus now will go the other way. And I think, talking from a Dayton perspective, I don't see Aaron Schoenfeld out there. I think he played a very solid first half for the Dutch Lions. And we'll see if Greg Berhalter took enough notice of that Aaron may get an opportunity to go up and spend some time with a big club anytime soon.
Time will tell.
Nice tackle there by Felix. Herzenberg now will give it to Felix. Tried to hit Cruyff with the ball. Kutsidze will chase it down. Be shielded out there by Jimenez. Jimenez will take the throw for Columbus. 2-0 here in an exhibition game, as these two teams may see each other again later on in the U.S. Open Cup in a competition, in a game that would count.
Dominic Oduro just wandering down the track there. His night's over.
Kevon George now. We're used to seeing him in an orange Dutch Lions jersey, but tonight he wears the white, black, and gold for the Columbus Crew.
George is in an interesting conundrum. Called up by the Crew, up from the Lions because of their defensive frailties thanks to the World Cup, and then he was named in the Trinidad and Tobago squad that's going to be traveling down to Buenos Aires to play Argentina, and then up to Sao Paulo, Brazil, to play Iran. And unfortunately, they're not official games, they're friendlies, and the Crew has the option to keep him back here.
And right now with defense at a premium for Columbus, with a couple of their starting 11 being pressed into potential World Cup team duties, Kevon George could be a valuable commodity to keep in Columbus over the next month and a half.
Been nice to see him stay in the orange of the Dayton Dutch Lions.
Yeah, he's done a pretty solid job anchoring the back line for the Dutch Lions. Defense, for the most part, hasn't been a problem. We had a blowout game against Richmond, and then uncharacteristically, I think, giving up 5 goals this weekend against Harrisburg City. But typically the defense has been pretty solid for the most part this year. Three Dutch Lions converge on that, and then they proceed to give it away. Biden steps in for Columbus, but Kutsidze comes out of the mix with it. Kutsidze looking for options as he's in the midfield. Slips it to Herzenberg, a one-touch out to Harada on the right side.
The ball there, challenging back. Still holding that line, I want to say, around the center of the field, but much more aggressive and closing down on the Crew players.
Herzenberg with a step forward, pressuring Paldini. Paldini ships it to Jimenez. Jimenez. Oh, and that's a nice ball there by Finley. Gets it to Spees. Now Finley gets it back, tries to cross. Nicely broken up there by Brock Granger. It's going to be a throw-in for Columbus. But very great first pass there from Finley.
It was nice. Granger, though, coming across and doing what he needed to do to clear that out.
Spees will slide it over to Paldini. Paldini will send that high and long. Be a goal kick for Dayton. Fans, USLProSoccer.com has scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com.
Looks like Trapp and Miram now walking down there towards the bench, too. Their evening's done.
Will Trapp as well. And Trapp, I thought, was also pretty solid in the center of the park. Not usually in a defensive role when he's playing regular MLS games, but tonight kind of anchored the back line for Columbus, and very few times were Dayton able to get through and create a lot of pressure.
Trapp is impressive. I saw him earlier this season playing for the Crew when they were playing against Toronto, and it was more in the midfield like you mentioned, but still touching the ball probably twice as much as any other player on the Crew team.
Nice job by Jimenez to save that, but saves it right to Harada. Herzenberg with a one-touch. Kind of looking towards Felix with that, but not on the same page. And I think for Dayton, the key to this second half, I think we've got a lineup here, primarily guys that aren't seeing much time in the regular season. So you would, if you want to impress Sid Van Drunen, tonight's the night.
Yeah, I was just looking down that Dayton bench. I see Eli Garner, Joel DeLass, Shane Smith all sitting down there. They're done. Matty Williams is done. Clements is out. Walker's done. Terrier is done.
Schoenfeld also down there standing behind the bench. Ball far left side. Columbus unable to keep it in. Throw in Dayton. We've played 10 minutes here in the second half. Score remains 2-0 Columbus. All the scoring done first 4 minutes of this one. Jimenez will switch fields. Nice little switch there. Middle of the park now. Columbus on a run through. That was an oar. Ball knocked out to the left side. There's a good tackle there by Columbus. Herzenberg knocks it free to Kutsidze. Kutsidze now will get it to Cruyff. Cruyff is onside. Kevon George is back for Columbus. Cruyff with a nice ball. Yannick can't get on the end of it. There's Felix, and it's in the net. Offside flag is up, though. That ball will be pulled.
And that's disappointing.
The initial ball through was good. That was right in front of us. Assistant referee says on that last cross through, though, and we'll check it on the Papa John's instant replay.
Curious to see if that was Yannick that was offside or Felix, because it looked
not
good
sure on that one. The assistant referee Brandon Artis with the flag up, and that will negate the Dayton goal, and we stay 2-0.
That's lifted spirits in the crowd, though. There was a buzz there as that ball went into the net.
Kind of a flash out of nowhere, and Yannick with a nice flash of speed to get to that rebound.
Ball too far for Jimenez. Kissinger with the throw.
Nice throw to Felix. Felix tries to control. Paldini there to apply the pressure. Fifi Biden takes it back for Columbus. Now Jimenez on the right side in front of his own bench. Will slot that ball through. Spees giving a little nudge. And they will call the foul. Columbus free kick. Just a little bit of a nudge there.
That was our trial player, Mendez.
Oh, that was Mendez. That's right. Mateus. That's usually Mateus' number. But
it is. Mateus, though, out injured, apparently with a nose injury. Significant nose injury.
Now Finley in the center of the park looking for an opening. Jimenez getting a lot of touches here in the early going second half. Biden now swings it to Gehrig. Gehrig to Honor. Honor will drop it back. Columbus kind of settling in, knocking it around, looking for an opening. Finley tries to slot it through, gets it back. Now he'll take a shot. Ball is blocked. Dayton will try and come out with it. Kutsidze. Last touch by the Dutch Lions. It'll be Columbus throw. Fans, visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. Crew quickly have it back into play. There's a misplay by Kevon George. Felix tries to get on it for Dayton. Biden there to clean it up for Columbus.
I've not seen Biden before, but he looks a pretty active player. He's buzzing around, getting to the ball very quickly.
Jimenez will send that ball through. He'll hit a running Ethan Finley. Finley giving another nudge there.
Mendez definitely trying to impose himself, I think, on the game.
A physical presence at the very least is Mendez. Spies tries to go around down the right side. He's denied. Jimenez will throw it in. Paldini back to Mendez. Biden will step up. He'll swing it far left side. Nice looking ball there. Columbus unable to come down with it. Yannick now cuts inside, now cuts back. Plays the ball to the referee. Referee to Herzenberg, and Eddie can't really control it. Columbus last plays it. It'll be a throw in for the Dutch Lions.
I'm sure you don't want to hear this, but it looks like we might have 2 more Lions swapping out here on the substitutes.
Hey, bring it on.
Looks like one of their trialists
one
there,
of them is Basso. Basso is going to come in, number 19.
I think the other one might be Taylor Boland. The Lions now playing the ball from the back. Oh, almost too short there.
Dayton looking to turn it back upfield. Felix has it. Plays it wide to Yannick. Yannick will drop it back. Now Harada, one of the few for Dayton, still on the field from the first half. Kissinger on the left side. Kutsidze also getting extended playing time in tonight's exhibition game.
Actually, the second player is Kyle Knotek, number 10, who's a midfielder.
Is that Kyle Knotek? Yep.
Ball played over the top there. Kissinger making the run. Kevon George plays it back to the goalie. Kissinger continued the run, put some pressure on the goalkeeper.
Yannick now gives it away. Yannick now in the 18 to Kissinger, drops it back for Felix. His shot is blocked. Kissinger might have been better served to have that one himself.
I think
not really going to fault the unselfish play there.
I think his under-16 girls team will be telling him he should have shot at that point.
Substitutions now for Dayton. Kyle Knotek will come in, as will Rafael Basso for the Dutch Lions.
And Kutsidze.
Kutsidze and probably Harada.
Is it Brock Granger, I think, coming off right
Granger
here?
and Kutsidze will come off for Dayton.
Dutch Lions. Number 19, Rafael Basso, for number 7, Ika Kutsidze. And number 10, Kyle Knotek for number 16.
63rd minute here from Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. Columbus still holding a 2-0 lead over the hometown Dayton Dutch Lions. Ball to Jimenez. Nice cross in. Harada there to break it up for Dayton. It's not going to matter, though, as flag goes up for offside.
So the other trialist that came in, Basso, Sid said he is a forward. I think he was only planning on giving him about 15 minutes in the game. I'm not sure what changed. I don't know if it was the injury to Peckham that threw that out a little bit. But it's come on a little bit earlier than planned.
Going to be closer to 30 minutes. We'll see how the new bodies. Mendez has already made his presence known. We'll see how Basso fares in his debut with the Dayton Dutch Lions. Bedell with a nice turn. That's the second time he's done that tonight. Now ball out far side. Jimenez on the run. Also Finley on the run. Stuver there for the Dutch Lions to scoop that up.
Confidence there from Mendez. To say he's a trialist, but he had every confidence his goalkeeper was going to come and collect, and he did. Stuver now a little unsure where to play it. Plays it back to Mendez. Plays it straight back to the keeper, who's looking for openings. Knotek laying out to Harada, up to Herzenberg. Ball now with Yannick on the far side, cut out there, and throw in.
Going to be Dutch Lions throw in there. Ball tossed in. Felix will take that down. Tries to play a 1-2 game with Yannick. Felix somehow ends up with it again. Tries to play it to Cruyff on the left side. Probably needed to play a little bit bigger ball that time.
Yep, underhit that pass, unfortunately.
Columbus cleans that up. Lamson now will put it center of the park to Biden. Biden will drop it to George. Now Jimenez, and better pressure here from the Dutch Lions, and it pays off. Herzenberg forces Jimenez to play it out. Herzenberg will now quickly restart with the throw for Dayton. That's a nice ball back to Basso, 1-2. Big tackle there. Both players come up. Knotek will dish it right side. Here's the cross, headed out by Gehrig. Ball again into the 18. Yannick on the end of it. Will drop it for Cruyff. Jesua Cruyff drops it now. Herzenberg has it left side, looking to swing one in. Nice cheeky ball there. Yannick on it. Cruyff now goes for it again. Neither player committed to that tackle. We'll drop it back. Harada at midfield, and Dayton will reset. Mendez to Kissinger. Kissinger with a ball that wasn't really intended for Basso, but Basso's on it anyways. He tries to find Cruyff, and the offside flag goes up as Jesua Cruyff in just a little bit too soon.
I do prefer to see the Lions pressing. I think it makes a big difference to the game. Normally, I understand that can be very tiring, but with so many players only playing the half, I don't see why they can't press.
25 minutes approximately left in this one. Columbus 2, Dayton 0.
Look like the goalkeepers might be swapping for.
Looks like we may eventually have a keeper change here for Columbus. Crew with the possession in their defensive third. Lamson will swing it to Gehrig. And Gehrig will push forward for Columbus. Knotek tries to break that up, and Spees there to retain it for Columbus. Fifi Biden in the middle of the park, looking for Paldini. Herzenberg applying pressure now all the way pushed up front. Kind of creates a space in the back. Jimenez exploits that. Swings it to the middle. There's Ben Spees again. He will go left side. Nice run there. Anor now making the run to the flag. He's expecting that ball. There it is. Nice tackle by Yannick to knock it free. Anor is slow to get up there, and he kind of took a knock there. It's good tackle from Yannick.
It was clean, hard, but the service a little unforgiving, I think, when you go flipping through the air. So he definitely felt that. Nice. A little slow, still getting up.
Throw in Columbus. And we've got a player. Oh, Yannick's coming all the way to the bench here. Not sure what the referee has sent him all this way for. I don't know if he might be bleeding from the result of that tackle, but Dayton will play a man short while Yannick receives medical attention.
Looks like the goalkeeper that's getting ready to come in for the Crew, number 40, Withrow. I don't see him on the roster. I'm not sure where he plays normally. Oh, and the ball.
Nice save by Stuver. There's a rebound.
Beautifully
and
done.
A second nice save.
Daniel Palladini there just dribbled through the defense. I think we'll see that one maybe here on the replay. Went through,
nice,
beat everybody one-on-one with the goalie, and Stuver stood up big. Got a hand down to it. Nice save. Yep, Herzenberg offside that time. Probably a good 2 or 3 yards.
And Withrow is not on the Columbus stat sheet either. So he'll go by one name tonight as well. He'll just be called Withrow. Crew on the attack as Anor will swing it to Jimenez here on the right side. Jimenez trying to hit Ben Spees. It's broken up there. And Dayton will now head out with it. That's Knotek. He will get it to Basso. Basso fights through Paldini's hold. Herzenberg drops it to Kyle Knotek. He will swing it to the right side, and Dayton will retain possession. Shin Harada now. Back to Knotek.
Knotek getting a lot of touches on the ball. He's putting himself about. Yannick back on the field. Didn't see actually what they did to him.
I would guess probably some blood. They had to get cleaned up. And Matt Lamson's night is done, I believe, as crew goalkeeper. He will be replaced by Withrow. Withrow will finish out the final 20 here. And for all we know, that might be somebody else's jersey as well.
We have to go with the name that we see and the number we see at this point.
In the 70th minute, in goal, number 40, Dan Withrow.
Dan Withrow.
Replacing Matt Lampson.
Stadium announcer calling him Dan, so we will too. Looks like Brookhausen and Vickers might be getting ready to come on the field too for the Lions.
Big free kick, too big for everybody, and that one will go out of play. Columbus with the throw-in. Jimenez not really in a big hurry here. Columbus probably just looking to play out the string here with 20 minutes left and a 2-goal lead. Kanotek looking to push. Gives it to Cruyff left side. Cruyff will try and get into the 18. Gets to the end line and will knock it off Jimenez. Corner kick, Dutch Lions.
1,088 fans for the crew of the Dutch Lions.
Substitutions for the Dayton Dutch Lions. Cam Vickers looking to come in. And also Joe Brookhuizen for the Dutch Lions.
Yannick
comes off, and Felix will come off as well.
Quick spell for both of those players. Stadium announcer saying
emptying his bench.
Stadium announcer announcing 1,088 fans in attendance today. I think there's a couple hundred more than that. Maybe not paying at the front gate, but good attendance here for the Lions.
Ball served far post, headed back to the near post. Now Cruyff coming on, he'll one-time it. An ambitious effort there. And sends it well over the goal.
Heading out the far gate.
Fans, Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. There's a giveaway. Dayton now as Basso tries to take one. That was going to surprise the new keeper perhaps. Herzenberg now. Thought he was going to shoot. Gets it to Brookhuizen. Brookhuizen unable to retain possession. Nice step there by Harada. Harada will shift it left side to Cruyff. Cruyff with a one-touch to Basso. Basso now. He's had some nice touches. Nice spin move around George. Herzenberg had to go around the referee there and lost possession as a result. Kanotek wins it back for Dayton.
Impressed by Kanotek so far. Very effective.
And I like the little bit of life that Basso has brought to the attack. Some nice touches on the ball as well.
Change things up there for Kevon George. He knows most of these other Lion players pretty good. He's probably not played with Basso before, though.
That ball last going to be touched by Dayton. Going to be corner kick for or goal kick for Columbus. Playing out the string, and I think we might be safe from substitutions. There might be one. No, I don't think we even have one more coming. Nobody's got anybody warming up at this point, so.
I don't see any more names on that Lions bench that haven't been on the field at some point.
I've got so many things crossed out on my roster sheet at this point. I can't take any more changes. Kissinger will throw it in for Dayton.
Looks like
Basso with again a nice, nifty flick. Paldini pleading his case.
Looking on the far side, I see one more crew player who might come into the game. Cruyff with the cross, far post. Brookhausen
kept in. Nope, not kept in.
Tried to keep it in.
A goal kick for Columbus.
At this point, I'm actually counting the players on the field to make sure we both got 10.
I think we're playing even up here. Dan Withrow with the goal kick. Nice win there by Bedell. Jimenez now. Almost a 2-on-1 situation here. Tries to get it to Finley. Finley called for offside before he started that run.
I thought he'd done a good job there checking, coming back onside. Jimenez held it up. But apparently the assistant referee did not agree with us.
Mendez with a decent job here, and if Kevon George has to spend time in Columbus, there's going to be an opening on the Dayton back line to fill for a while. So a lot of competition going on out here in a game that doesn't count in the standings. Crew will retain possession here as Kevon will chase that ball back into his defensive third, and Withrow will launch it long. All the attackers were in offside positions, so here comes Finley, who wasn't. He's going to keep running. Stuver comes out and clears that. Basso trying to get on the end of that. Jimenez will win it, and Columbus will possess. Kanotek whistled for the foul. A little tug from behind there.
Palladini got mugged there between Herzenberg and Kanotek.
Just a little bit.
1, 2, 0, 9, 9.
Brookhuizen with a little tap there on Biden. Ball bounced free, almost Bedell on the end of it. Basso feeling the pressure. Nice ball to Cruyff. Cruyff and Jimenez battle in front of the Dayton bench. Jimenez wins that. And Withrow done a decent job distributing there under pressure. Oh, Jimenez takes a knock there. I don't think Basso meant to do that, but Jimenez wasn't expecting the contact.
Well, the referee's going to talk to him.
Going to have a little conversation with him, but certainly no card coming here.
Just looking down the bench, Yannick, who was asked to leave the field earlier and has since been subbed out, is getting some treatment to his leg there. There must be an open wound. Strapping him up pretty well.
Little foul there by Gehrig. Columbus will get the free kick, or Dayton will get the free kick. Shintaro Harada. From about 40 yards out. Brookhuizen on this left side, but Gehrig won't let it get that far. Kanotek heads it towards the touchline. Ooh. Nice job there for Dayton to retain possession. Basso gets past his man into the 18. Still on it, but dribbles into traffic. Gets the ball stolen and then commits the foul. Finley was there to take it away. Just too many people there for Basso to take on all by himself.
He was a little fortunate. Referee had just spoken to him, and then he did that foul right there in front of the referee, but no action taken.
And probably none needed at this point, as 15 minutes to go in what has been a relatively friendly tonight. Herzenberg will give it right side. And that looked like a late challenge. No whistle there from the referee. Columbus has it. Bedell in the midfield will switch it to Finley. Finley now will go at people. He'll go right side. Jimenez is off to the races, but just a step or so offside. Ball is finished, but it won't count. And that finish will just get a little word from the referee as well.
So, to announce a special thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers. Our team physicians are Dr. Matt Heckler, Dr. John Murphy, Dr. Matt Roberts.
Dayton possessing in their defensive third. Looking forward, Mendez will give it to Basso. Basso retreating all the way back to the fullback line. Probably not where he's accustomed to being, and he will make his way back up front.
Coach Sid shouting out instructions on the sideline, getting a little more animated as the game goes on.
Kissinger and Ben Sweat's old stomping grounds from the first half wide open here, but Columbus will close quickly. Brookhuizen not with the best touch. Kevon George with the takeaway. Here comes Columbus on the counter. Finley didn't get a good jump on that, and Mendez is able to get there first.
Not sure where these two trialists come from, but both of them have been putting themselves about. Don't look out of place on the team.
Stuver under big pressure there from Bedell. Bedell is able to step in front of that attempted clearance. End result will be a goal kick for the Dutch Lions. Fans, USL Pro on YouTube has every USL Pro regular season and playoff game. They'll stream live this season on YouTube. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Dayton Dutch Lions YouTube channel today.
Vickers now on the ball. Herzenberg tried to play it in for Brookhausen, who was just on the turn, going the opposite direction.
Crew with a 2-0 lead. Withrow in no big hurry to redistribute that ball. Kevon George will send it up the right side in front of the Dayton bench to Jimenez. Jimenez to Ben Spees. Spees with a nice switch of fields. He's got a man wide open there. That's Honor. No, not Honor. Honor was trying to get on the end of that ball.
Finley, and Bedell were all coming into the box. It's interesting. When Vickers goes forward, Basso drops back into the midfield, and then Vickers now drop back into midfield, and Basso moving up. So the fluid formation there. Basso remaining up front with Cruyff. Brookhausen coming back to defend the free kick. And he's squaring up with Bedell, two tall guys there. A little bit of a mismatch as Kissinger peels off to watch Ben Sweat.
Gehrig also into the mix for Columbus, but that ball is knocked down at the corner of the 18 by Dayton before it can get into troublesome areas. Finley now on the ball. Finley's looked good for Columbus tonight. He's been very dangerous all night, showing a lot of speed, a lot of flash out there. And just as I give him some kudos, it's taken away from him by Basso. Basso and both Dayton players, I think, were offside there. Herzenberg was the later of the two runs, but I think he still might have been offside.
I think that was Vickers, I thought, might have been onside. I don't know. Cruyff definitely was offside, but ball passed him up. I might be biased on that one.
That's okay. You had a better angle than I did. You're closer to that side than I am. And I did misspeak. It was Vickers, not Herzenberg, on that run. Biden now in the midfield for Columbus. Dayton takes it away. Brookhausen with a nice ball. Vickers on the run again. Withrow comes out and cuts that off.
Well read by the goalkeeper, very confident.
Paldini looks like he's gonna go the full 90, as is Gehrig for Columbus. Jimenez to Bedell, now to Ben Spees. Spees and Finley with a two-man game. Spees and Finley also have played the entire match tonight.
Mendez, though, got his foot in again.
Herzenberg drops it for Harada. And Ben Sweat has also gone the entire 90, or will go the entire 90 for Columbus. And I guess with unlimited substitution, Felix is going to go back in.
Interesting. I've seen unlimited subs before. I'm not sure I've actually seen a player come in twice in a pro game.
Back out and then back on? I guess when it's unlimited, that is the ultimate definition of unlimited. Harada with it for Dayton. Basso retreats back towards the midfield to collect that. Kissinger out here on the left flank looking for it. Ball will make its way slowly out this way. Herzenberg drops it. Kissinger is able to save it before it slides into the Columbus bench.
Basso was complaining nobody was making a forward run in front of him or coming across, and I think he had a valid point. Kissinger seems to be the most mobile out here on the outside, just as Sweat was first half. And the ball aimed at Kissinger now.
There's a big switch. Just a bit too much there. And Felix will come back in.
Is it? Yep, Shin's taking off the armband. Looks like Harada's coming out.
Well, Harada did not get to play over the weekend, so this is probably what's keeping him in game shape, going almost a full 90 today.
That'll change things at the back. Looks like Kissinger putting on the armband, sliding into the middle. Or not. Coach Sid showing confidence in the debutant, who's now controlling the center of defense.
Slide there by Kanotek to knock that away. Felix will drop it. Columbus now, or Dayton, rather, will have Vickers on the right side. Vickers can't shake an oar. And there's a giveaway, and Bedell just out-muscles Basso there. Now Finley on the right side where he's been all night, very dangerous. Drops it back. Paldini. Here comes, and
robbed by Felix.
Right back the other way. Felix with a very big challenge there. Columbus comes back away with it. Finley on the ball again for the Crew. Jimenez will swing that in first time, looking far post, chested down, and Orr with the one-timer, it's blocked. Paldini controls and gives it back to Dayton. Back to Paldini, and Columbus will take it again. Gehrig looking for Biden. Biden has a man all over his back and is able to keep possession. Big switch. Jimenez this time is the first man in, does nicely to bring that down. Cleaned up nicely by Konotek for the Dutch Lions. Cruyff, it's been a little bit stifled here. Not the amount of real estate he's been used to dealing with. He's had a little more wide open territory when he's been playing in USL Pro games. MLS competition ratchets that up just a little bit.
Yes, definitely. Defenders reading things a little bit quicker, positioning better. Not allowing him the space he would like to make his moves.
86th minute here at Dayton Outpatient Center. We are still at 2-0. All the scoring done first 5 minutes of this one as Columbus got on the board quickly twice, and they have had that lead hold up.
It's an interesting second half with all the substitutions. The Lions much more in the game than they were the first half when all the starters were out there.
Not as much of a flow, though, and I think that's as a result of all the substitutions. The game just not flowing as smoothly as it did first half.
I think that happens even at the international friendlies. You see that game starts
definitely
off, gets into a rhythm, and then as all the substitutions come in, it gets choppy.
Ball chested down there. Still bouncing around in the 18. Brookhuizen gets ahead on it. Vickers tries to, and they're going to say last touch by Vickers. Be a Columbus throw-in. And you hope the continuity is back on Sunday evening as the Dutch Lions will entertain Sacramento here at Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. 7 o'clock start time. We will be with you live for that one. Crew, on the other hand, will be at home Saturday night, 7:30 start time, as they host the Chicago Fire in Columbus.
Be great if we could get this many people out for the Sacramento game to cheer on the Lions.
Holiday weekend. Nobody has to go to work Monday. No excuse. Come on out, Dutch Lions fans.
Absolutely.
And come out early on Sunday as the Dayton Dutch Lions women's team will play prior to the men's game. I believe that might be a 4 o'clock start time.
4:30 start,
Perhaps
W League.
4:30, yes.
Women be looking to bounce back from a less than stellar opening game. Unfortunately, they were on the wrong side of 4 goals.
Kissinger on the left side, pressured there by Finley. Ball last touched by Finley. It'll be Dayton throw. Kissinger drops it back to Stuver. And now Dayton will push out from its back 4. Basso drops way back into the very far defensive mid.
Showing his versatility, not just a forward. Willing to come back, take charge, looking to make the ball move. Been very vocal with his teammates on where he would like to see them move. Cruyff calling for the ball.
Biden in the back of Basso, and now Biden will intercept that pass from Mendez. Here comes Paldini. Paldini into the 18. He stood up there. Nice job defensively there by Konotek to stop that. Cruyff tries to flick on a header, and that's a big challenge there in front of the Crew bench. Kevon George and Felix looked like a practice tackle there.
2 former teammates showing off.
Good, clean, hard tackle, though. No issues there. Kissinger will send that ball long. Jimenez will keep it in. Finley now tries to run it down. Big tackle attempted there by Herzenberg. Columbus will take it. Anor at midfield. Drops it back to Kevon George. And all the way back to Dan Withrow. Final minute here. I can't see that referee will add any injury time to this one in light of all the substitutions we've had.
We did have the one injury, but again, it's a friendly. Both teams looking to get a workout, nothing more.
That ball coming through. Stuber will come out. He will be the first one to it. Cruyff can't track that one down. Withrow will send another one long, and I think that might be, nope, thought that might have been offside. Apparently the attacker got back onside just in time. Jimenez will throw it in front of the Dayton bench. Referee Andre Castell checks his watch. Bedell in the midfield. Kissinger will break that up. And call a handling there as Vickers unable to trap that one cleanly.
And that's it.
That will do it. We are done here at Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. Tonight's final score, the Columbus Crew 2, the Dayton Dutch Lions 0. And as we talk about post-game stuff, not a bad effort there from both sides as you talk about a friendly where the results don't matter as much as maybe a lot of players looking for minutes and trying to compete for competition for playing time when the league matches resume here. Andy, as we talk about post-game stuff, statistics-wise, not a whole lot probably to show discrepancy between the two sides tonight.
No, I think the Crew had more corners than the Lions, but shot-wise, it was fairly even. I'm glad to see the Crew came out and they were competitive. They brought out a decent team, and they came out here to play. Unfortunately for the Lions, the first few minutes kind of dictated the rest of the game.
Your scoring rundown, and it was all in the first 5 minutes. First minute was an own goal. Ball was crossed into the penalty area. Joel DeLast, the only one on the end of it. Unfortunately, he stuck it into his own net. We were at 1-0. 3 minutes later, Ethan Finley scooped up a rebound off the hands of goalkeeper Matt Williams, and he pounced on it. Ball was in the back of the net. 2-0, 4 minutes in. And that was all the scoring we had tonight. We had no yellow cards, nobody sent off, and again, typical friendly type atmosphere here as these two teams that know each other pretty well and may see each other again here sometime very soon.
Fingers crossed the Lions get past the Indy 11 out of Indianapolis on the 28th. The next game would be against the Crew at Crew Stadium.
That'll do it here from Dayton Outpatient Center Stadium. Final score tonight, Columbus Crew 2, Dayton Dutch Lions 0. Andy and I will be back on Sunday night, the next broadcast, as Dayton will host Sacramento at 7 o'clock. The Dayton Dutch Lions women's team will start the day off at 4:30 that day, so lots of good soccer action. Come on out and see us. If you can't make it, catch us here. We'll be streaming live again. Good night, everybody.
Good night, and thank you.
Join us as they take on the Sacramento Republic FC. In the meantime, make sure we all go down to the Dublin Pub, the official pub of the Dutch Lions since our premier season. Watch all the Dutch Lions away games and receive 20% off your food for wearing Dutch Lions apparel. Once again, the final score, fans. Columbus Crew 2, Dayton Dutch Lions 0. Thanks for coming and drive home safely.